Welcome, everybody. It's been a while, but we are back today. Going to be ripping a big board draft on Underdog Fantasy and doing a little rookie research as a group. So let's get to it. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in as always. A couple news and notes. One, we are on the road to 5K. So if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Two, I have done some rebuilding of the Discord, making it a little bit more pretty and have more utility. So the link to join that is below. I've also released How am I coming on you? All right. I might need to restart my computer. Disaster start here. I'm not getting comments. So let's do this. Okay. I'm going to reset my computer. Wait, let me first see if my computer's at max power. Yeah, it's better for me too, but I can just tell it is. All right, we're running at turbo. Okay. We're going to try this. But if I lag one more time, I think I'm just going to reset my computer, which I should have done before the stream. Anyways, I don't know what you guys caught of that and what you didn't, but we're on the road to 5K. Please subscribe. I also unveiled YouTube membership. Early next week, I'm going to have a private Discord channel. The link to join the Discord is in the YouTube description below. And in that Discord, you'll get more direct feedback on your drafts and more interaction with me. So something I think will be good to do before, pretty much weekly, before we do some drafts, is look at some mock drafts and just to get a vibe of really just the first round vibe of the QBs, running backs, and wideouts in the mix here. So I was going to do an Excel sheet kind of updating this, but I think we'll start that next week just with the computer trouble. So we got Caleb Williams, Drake May, quarterbacks, Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors. We're not caring about anyone but skill players, obviously. Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy, Rome Adunze. Don't care about them. Don't care about them. Don't care about them. Don't care about them. Brock Bowers, tight end. These are all names familiar to me. Brian Thomas, he's in the mix for the Bills as well. Adonai Mitchell, he's a speed guy, I think. Don't care. And Troy Franklin. Okay, so no running backs. Yeah, just refresh if I'm lagging on your end. It's because of these goddamn videos from CBS. So we'll close CBS. Looking at the athletic one, Caleb, Marvin Harrison Jr. going 2. Oh, this is just a big board, I guess. Drake May, Brock Bowers, Adonze, Malik Neighbors, Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas, J.J. McCarthy, Keon Coleman, Adonai Mitchell, Troy Franklin, Lad McConney. Okay, so we're getting a sense here. Let's just control left for running back. Jonathan Brooks, first running back off the board, looking like end of the second round. Blake Corum, who's been a popular mock to the Chargers. Braylon Allen, and Trey Benson. So yeah, maybe we'll keep the athletic one up. Bucky Irving is the last one in the top 100. Good to just do this research just to know some undervalued players in the big board. If you're new to the channel, by the way, I'm a 3-time best ball champion, so you're in the right place if best ball is your game. I'm entering the draft now. The market had some wild inefficiencies last time I was in here. Rookies are typically going to be inefficiently priced, except maybe Marvin Harrison Jr., his price being priced ahead of Josh Allen, the QB1 in fantasy. Yeah, are there ways he pays that off? Absolutely. Are there ways he becomes a Patriot and F's you? Yes, I think that as well. But yeah, we got the badge brigade in here, so welcome. Don't know what that start was, but we're officially back this time. My computer handled it. Just too many tabs, I think. Holy badges. Yeah, I mean, I got some the YouTube memberships. We got a couple emojis in there right now. One, of course, is Kincaid. Just to spam that whenever I mentioned it. The other one is the flute. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this a little bit, but I feel this is only my third big board, by the way. I did one with Davis. I did one by myself. I think CD Lamb is a steal at the 103. I mean, I don't want anything to do with Breece Hall 101. I don't like Breece Hall just being thrown in the first round. He's an electric talent. He's going to be healthier, but it's a little worrisome, in my opinion. Of course, we just have to see what the opportunity cost is. Something I'm just noticing off the bat is like the QB pricing is wacky, right? You can get quarterbacks you're really happy about very late in the draft. And it's not that I'm not happy with the elite guys. It's just the quality of some of these late round guys is very high. Running back doesn't quite feel the same as that. Like Achane, very into him. Kyron I'm into, but it's a little egregious. I don't feel like there's a tier at the top 5 at all. That's not how I feel. Yeah, guys, get your questions in here. Devin asks, Jefferson was crushing before he got hurt. Is the QB situation preventing him from being the 102? 100%. I mean, when we talk about real world talent between like the top 4 wideouts, Very minimal. Even with like an AJ Brown, you know? Yeah, let's have this talk too, Aaron. Underdog, if you know, I live in Florida, if you don't know. I saw the news on Twitter just like you guys about Underdog being sent some letter, no more pick'ems at the least, maybe draft. So I don't have any info on that. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope to find out more soon. Um, and in the interim, we're just going to draft. So I'm trying to find info on that. When I have info I can share, I will share it with you. You know, personally, if they remove pick'ems, that won't impact me too much. If they remove drafting, well, then maybe I'm looking at a move. So, yeah, I don't know. And I don't like who know. I don't even know. Like, what happens to these drafts I'm doing right now? Are they void? I don't know. Um, it's absurd, of course. It's just absurd, lobbied. You know, I'm not happy at all with the leadership of Florida, nor have I really ever. I think he's a bozo. And so, yeah, we're dealing with that. Yeah, no, a VPN is just like out of the question. You don't want to use a VPN when you're dealing with like money because, like, what if you win the contest and then they determine you were not where you drafted from? Like, that is just, you could void your winnings, you know? So, absolutely would I never VPN. All right, this feels like a great part of the draft. Seems like Laporta has vaulted up here. Just because Ayuk is such a stud, we're going to take Ayuk. And then the player I want to take second, I think will still be there. So we'll take Ayuk. You know, you can tell we're in the doldrums of the offseason because I'm seeing Brandon Ayuk trade rumors. I think it would be crazy for the 49ers to trade Ayuk, who's 25. Debo is 28 plus, Kittle's 30 plus, CMC's 28 or will be. So, like, they don't have a lot of young offensive talent, right? Those guys are getting older, and Ayuk is 25. So, do I think he'll be traded? No. Would I love for the Bills to trade for him? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris, give me a break. I don't remember what I said. Oh, man. Yeah. So, can't go wrong. A lot of players to like here, but I'm going to take ETN just because I mean, I don't know. There's a lot. Let's see. My next pick will be 46.51. So that's looking at like James Cook feels real good at that. Walker feels good at that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess ETN's a little egregious compared to them. All right, we autoed Chris Olave. Could have been worse. I'd plan to take ETN, but looking at it more, I still like the running backs at the 4-5. But we should remember like it's really how these guys do late in the season, which is going to make us money or not, And so as long as you don't think the tier gap is egregious, right? Like ETN versus, I don't know. There's like, why is Ramondre so cheap? Why is Pollard so cheap? There are some guys to like here. Definitely. And I will have rankings once I release my site. So I think I'm going to wait though until BBM 5 is released just because I don't want my rankings to steer an inefficient market for my subscribers. No, dude, I got a haircut and I went on a run today, and my haircut's probably just not that good, so it's not brushed. I just went on a run and it's probably a shitty haircut. Like, I got my haircut and I've never really had this experience before. Like, I called in for a walk-in, right? And I was like, all right, yeah, like maybe I'll get a fade. And she's like, no, I don't have time for that. And I'm like, What? Like who tells their client like, "Oh yeah, you're getting a haircut?" No, you can only get a 15-minute haircut. So, whatever. My hair was long though, so I needed to get it off, and maybe I'll go get a fade at another time. My hair's definitely not brushed though. You know, is what it is. I'm not fading Kelsey unless he retires, which I feel like we would have heard about that by now, right? Like, but I don't know. Like, what if Taylor hits him with an ultimatum and is like, "Look, the father of my kids, assuming they want to have children, is going to not play football anymore." Oh, the Kelsey fade haircut. No, I'm not. I'm not getting. I don't even know what that is. Kelsey fade haircut. I wouldn't say my haircut is inspired by. I mean, this is a wide range man. You guys think I could rock a beard like this? I don't think so. So yeah, I mean the quarterback pricing is just like why Josh Allen should be the first quarterback, but should he be a half a round more than Hurts? No, right? They should be like right next to each other. They should both be more expensive than Lamar. Lamar is still a better and best ball quarterback, like pretty much unquestionably to me, where he has a lower floor, right? He is not as a consistent quarterback as his high ceiling peers. I probably would have taken Tank over Olave, but it's splitting hairs there. All right, let's take James Cook. Joe Brady is returning as offensive coordinator there. The dude ate ever since Brady took over. The only little bit of wart that could impact Cook is, um, if they sign a more, because like almost assuredly he will not develop as a pass blocker, right? And so he just won't play third downs that much if he is not a good pass blocker. Um, I kind of like the spike weakness of Ken Walker to pair with James Cook. Like just two huge, like the ceiling of my running backs is as high as the first round running backs in individual games, and I'm getting them in the fourth and fifth. So it's like, I don't know. When you look at like my team versus a team that went RB, wide out, wide out, wide out, like obviously I'm getting the better end of the deal there, in my opinion. CD Lamb is just a tier above Waddle, London, and whoever. And then Ayuk and Waddle are like, they're probably similar. Olave and London, yeah, similar enough, depending on the quarterback situation. And then I got James Cook and Ken Walker versus Gibbs and Achan, and it's like, that is way more of a coin flip than the market is implying, in my opinion. If Fields gets dealt to Atlanta, which seems the most likely, how do you rank the wide receivers and the overall offense there? Like I need to see where it's priced. Um, and the question with Fields is like how much can he develop as a passer further? And like what is like Drake London's 10-yard split versus I want to know Drake London's RAS versus, which we didn't get anything, versus DJ Moore. Because it feels like DJ Moore did some of the work for Justin Fields this year, just with a, elite speed. 1.54 10-yard split, which 10-yard split's the thing you care about most, and a 4.42 40. The point is, I don't view Drake quite the same as like a down the field burner. And I still feel Justin Fields a little bit as like a, throw the deep shot type guy. But it's definitely a boost up for the offense compared to what it's been as far as like efficiency. And I think Fields can develop further, like I think the Bears would be crazy to um not take Caleb Williams, most likely. I do see there's a lot of rumblings for like another quarterback to flip him, but I don't know. I'm gonna roll with that. Yeah, so I really like this start, honestly. Like if I could get a start like this almost every time, I would do it. Would have been nice to get one of the tight ends to tack on in the sixth, but is what it is. Yeah, so we can like me versus Fryer bets here in the 10 hole. We can pretty much just like 1v1 this. And let me know in the chat. Would you rather have a Gibbs, Achan, Waddle, London, McLaurin start or a Lamb, Ayuk, Olave? I didn't want that to be Olave. I wanted that to be Tank, but is what it is. James Cook, Ken Walker. I feel like my running backs versus his are very similar as far as spike week capability and even weekly production. And then my wideouts are just the better group. So not that, he doesn't have control of that drafting from the 10 versus the 3 hole, but just getting to add a guy like CD Lamb changes the equation. Yeah, I was trying to go to the gym, man. Like, is what it is. No, I don't think Fields is a bad quarterback, to be clear, but I don't think he is elite. Huh. I'm always a Kittle guy. Like every year, people find a reason to fade the man. He is 30. I like some of these running backs too. The quarterbacks are nice too. Let's just take Kittle because I don't know. I do like some of these guys, but just adding more spikes. We can tack on Purdy late. We got a San Fran double. Feels good. Yeah, I don't think like Kittle slowing down would not limit his spike weeks to me. You know what I mean? So I want to take Dak just for the stack, even though I would rather have one of these running backs. So I'm gonna just stack it up just because week 17 is everything, and so getting a stack helps with that. Um, let's see. I'm gonna have to scroll my mentions here, but someone a couple months ago pulled the opponents before I did. So let's give them some love if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know, but I knew how to look it up. Cowboys opponents 2024. So looking up the divisions is obviously a way to fall into, or looking up to what divisions play what divisions is an easy way to fall into week 17 stacks by chance. Just giving yourself greater odds of stacking up an important game. So let's see. So they're playing the Saints, the Bucks, and the Lions. And then they're also playing the Ravens, Bengals, and Texans. Non-division. And they're also playing the 49ers. So we got this Dallas 49ers thing going. We just got to hope that slams week 17. Falcons, Panthers. So they're playing that whole division. They're playing the AFC North division, Steelers and Browns. Okay. So we do have some opponents of the Cowboys. We have Olave. We have the Niners. So if I knew how, I would drop my own Kincaid emoji from my YouTube membership. I don't even know if it works right now. Yeah, Bowers over Kittle. I don't know. It's probably close. Apparently, this guy's the next coming of Jesus Christ himself at tight end. Let's see what Purdy's ADP being 94. Oh my God. I didn't realize Justin Herbert was so late. Like, do I think Dak should be more than Herbert? No. Do I think Purdy should be within, a couple picks of Herbert and Fields? No, I do not. But I might take him anyways just to secure the stacks because he does have a high weekly ceiling carried by his skill players. So I could do dumber things than that. I will let Hawkberg, though, have the Purdy stack if he's so inclined. Because I'm not going to take Purdy first. And I might not even take him second. Who's going to be the Seattle quarterback? Probably Geno. Like, that guy's going to, run, play action, and whatnot. Honestly, this price on Njoku feels, really good. Like, Njoku was just straight up balling down the stretch. And it lets me stop at 2 tight ends pretty comfortably. The Browns also are playing the Cowboys. I was going to take Brian Robinson, who, I would have taken Brian Robinson instead of, James Conner. But Njoku seems a bit of a tear break. I love me some Hawkinson, but the dude got just really hurt. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the quarterbacks seem like huge values late. So there is, if you're trying to just build a value-based team, waiting on a quarterback makes a lot of sense to me. I still think yeah, I mean, Brandini says, I'm a little worried about Njoku this year. His best games were with Flacco. I mean, the guy has flashed elite ceiling. Also, do not forget, the man burned his face off. And so maybe also that was just, he needed to recover from that to start playing well. I do like Ferguson, but they drafted a tight end last year. There seems like there's more comp. Yeah, just taking naked Purdy, whatever Ballab did here is kind of egregious, right? Like, what's his plan here? You got 2 naked quarterbacks trying to help you out here, buddy, but you should not be doing that if your goal is to win. I was the OG Jalen Warren truther, so I don't mind that. Some of these wide receivers are nice. Oh, looks like we autoed him. Didn't realize I was so low on time, but yeah, it feels good. We got a core of 3 running backs. We got a core of 3 wideouts, 2 solid tight ends, and Dak as our quarterback. It feels pretty good. Yeah, I think this is the point of Njoku is like he was like a lot of their offense some of the games, and the coaches are still there, and I feel like they're going to incorporate that to help Flacco or to help Watson. Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks and the Lions, I both think should have traded up and grabbed Anthony Richardson last year because both of them had a team to me that were like good, but probably not good enough to win the Super Bowl with their quarterbacks. Now, the Lions proved that a little bit differently just because of how good their team was. But still, like when you're at that point in the draft, you so very rarely get to be at that point with a good team. And not the Seahawks kind of floundered it, right? Like, and that is probably why part of the reason Pete Carroll was pushed out is because like guys like him, guys like Vrabel, they were very content to just be good enough, right? Like, and good enough ain't it. So this is a pretty like definitely some guys I like in this round. Chase Brown I like a lot. Khalil Shakir I like a lot. Hollywood I like a lot. Deontay pretty good. Jameson Williams, Spike Week guy. Dude, yeah, I mean, dude, but like, ain't that bad is not the same. Well, Trevor is mispriced. Like, wait, like Trevor after Brock is like insulting, in my opinion. What the Jags do with Ridley is like really interesting because Ridley was unquestionably, to me, still a good wideout, right? Like the guy almost had, I don't know, 11 touchdowns. He had like so many toe tap ones that were just barely missed. And if but the problem is if they resign him, they own the Falcons a second round pick. And so like that's hard. Like just like giving up a second where like maybe you let him hit free agency and then you sign him. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I, I don't know if you're joking or not, Adam, but like Purdy made it to the Super Bowl. Like people, I think actually think that way, and it's like that's obviously irrelevant for fantasy value. Yeah, it's job optimization. It's filling the seats optimization. Mike Williams is either a smash or like not playing. Caleb Williams, I want to be in on him. Um, going near some really good players though. Tua still has massive spikes, but like I'm not stacking him obviously. Is Lockett like retired or what's going on with my man? Um, yeah, lots of players to like in this range, but I'm pretty sure Coleman's in the mix to go in the first round. So let's just roll the dice on a rookie. I think this is too simple of a take from you, Augustus. I was a big believer on Jags this past year, but reality is they aren't that good. The reality is their O line was not good, which is something I was not hip to. And if they fix that, I think that's going to change the whole thing. Yeah, but him getting cut is like as long as he gets signed to a good team is fine. So this is a pretty standard, like good build. 1-3-4-2. Um we could take the second quarterback that's gonna get drafted, which is decent. It's gonna be like a commander. Um I think we'll take Rashid Shaheed. Michael Thomas, probably off the team, right? And Rashid Shaheed, spike week guy, pairs with Olave. Talented third-year player now. I like him. Yeah, I disagree, Adam, because I think Trevor has more rushing equity, more rushing touchdown equity. Um, and the 49ers could regress, right? Like with all their players being a year older, no more Trent Williams likely, like they could have a bit of a down year, especially passing wise. What Chaos Toffee's doing is egregious. Like maybe he's auto drafting, but really no need to take Josh Allen, Stroud, Tua, and Jaden Daniels. I was about to compliment him and be like, yeah, like really good value on his quarterbacks, feels good. But paired with Stroud and Josh Allen is just like not needed. Just trying to absorb these player prices. Yeah. Little hint for you guys out there, you can change your settings to set your requirements if you do happen to auto draft, right? Like the default I think is something like 4, 6, 7, 3 or something. But you can make it be like 3, 6, 8, 3 or something that's like a good structure. Um so that if you do happen to auto draft, you fall asleep late at night, whatever, your team does not look like this. Yeah, the player limits. It's like a pretty good price on Charbonnet, cheaper than he was last year. Every single year this happens to Singletary. Like if you go back the past 4 years, he goes 14th round, 10th round the next year. 14th round, 15th round, 10th round the next year. It's just so funny. Great price on Ford, in my opinion. Again, if you're not subscribed, help me out. We're on the road to 5K. And if you did not hear, I'm unveiling YouTube membership. That's live now, but I will have the members only Discord channel, I hope, worked out by next week, early next week. And that will allow you to get more direct interaction with me and direct feedback on your drafts. Do you think there's more EV drafting early or late in this contest? This is a rinse and repeat question almost every year. And so I'll repeat that. I think some years early drafting is going to be the play. Some years late drafting is going to be the play for pretty logical reasons. Either you need the ADP values to create a so-called super team by drafting early, or you need the information edge. Now, in something like the big board, the information edge you'll get will be minimal because this contest ends before the draft starts, I believe, right? Once the draft ends, BBM5 is here immediately. Okay. I mean, Lad McConkey is just kind of like a fun name. Seems Irish, maybe. Hey, Lad McConkey. Um, let's get our second quarterback though. Drake May. I think he runs, right? Drake May college stats. I don't know. There's still quarterbacks to like late, but I'll take Drake. This is 20 rounds, so maybe I'll do 3. Um, where are your rushing stats, dude? Yeah, he's got some mobility to him. Billy, few know that I got 3rd place in the PGA best ball. But pretty much only PGA and this. I don't play baseball. I don't play basketball. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, Demario Douglas is like in the running to be the wideout 1 in New England. I don't really care about the ADP price, so seems like a good guy to add the rotation. I got a lot of guys with some spike weeks, but also a bit lower floors. Ayuk, Olave, Shaheed. So getting that, if Douglas gives you that 11 points in a playoff round, you might need it. Yeah, the combine is a good time to draft. Like the combine is what got me hip to guys like James Cook in the past, to Rashee Rice in the past. Yeah, there's a lot of market illogicalness going on that Aaron's saying. Like Mays ADP being 40 spots after Caleb makes no sense. AKA the 10 the 10 wait, no. Is Jaden Daniels the 102? Yeah. But May's like the 103, I think. Or maybe the 104. Yeah, I could point to like countless things there. And yeah, like I almost took a running back who I don't even know what they look like, but whatever. We'll figure out. Honestly, I like my running back core. You need health at running back, but as far as like ceiling capabilities from this group, it's really strong for the May and Daniels are 2 and 3, but order depends who you ask. Ben saying he sees May 102 more. Gabe Davis is almost certainly not a Bill, by the way. Um, I've seen some egregious clickbait things on Twitter, like, is Gabe Davis a top 24 wide receiver if he's on the Chiefs? And I mean, newsflash, being on the Chiefs is usually like Mahomes has recently been a lower A-dot role. Maybe that's out of necessity, but no, Gabe does not develop into a new wide receiver. He already plays with the biggest arm quarterback in the league, and he's a boom bust guy. Period. Hey, Bindles, the first member. Bindles, if you're in my Discord and you want to be a mod, you let me know, because being the first member, you are. Did I fuck this up? Like, these are supposed to be emojis. So I set this up. There's a lot of Googling. I don't know if I did this right. Do these look like emojis to you? Let me pull up my YouTube. We're going to do some YouTube inception right now. But Bindles, thanks for joining, man. If you want to be a Discord, DM me on Twitter or here. And if you want to be a mod, I meant. And you're there. Okay. Now let me see. Oh, it did give images to you. It just says Kincaid to me, though. And maybe I need to upgrade that. It's a little dark. Welcome, Bindles. I won't forget you, man. Adam is blocked, banned. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean Kincaid's a pretty smash price, by the way. Um, like literally could be Shakir and him could be in the mix for the number one target in Buffalo, or it could just be this like Diggs, Kincaid, Shakir combo. That I think that's like chalk plus rookie. Um, yeah, running back looking pretty gross, but there's also a flute emoji. If anyone's a big fan of the flute, I got you covered there. All right, whatever. Keaton Mitchell was like injured, but the dude's electric and fast. I'm pretty sure my 3 can carry him. It's 20 rounds, so I like adding that speed to my team. If you love the flute, dude, you got to become a member and flute it up. If you missed my last stream, the flute broke, but still works kind of. There's a lot of comments on my video in the after and being like, flute still sounds good. Don't worry about it. I want to see what these emojis look like. Yeah, we got 4 emojis in there. It works. All right, let me make a pick here. That's a great price on Will Levis, by the way, in my opinion. I mean, so much to like here. Say Curtis Samuel. I also like Traylon Burks and Zay Jones there. Let's see. We got 5 more rounds to play with. I'll probably do 2 running backs at least. And I could go 1 QB, a 3rd tight end, and an 8th wideout. That seems like a safe one, but I could also go like a 2-7. Like the 5th pick could be any of the positions, I think. Dude, the flute looks sick. That lightning flute. So when I pull this up, does it say flute, 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 flute to you guys? Or does it just show the flute emoji? Because on my end, it just says flute, 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 flute. Which one? Which one does it show? It does. Does it show the emoji, or does it just say the words flute, 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 flute? You guys just keep on saying yeah, but I don't know which one you're saying yeah to. You see my end, so you just show the words. Okay, that's unfortunate. Like it should definitely show just the flute emoji. You know. Curtis Samuel, by the way, probably going to be a cheap acquisition to a contender, is my guess. Talented wideout. I think he's 27 now. What's crazy? I knew like every NFL player's age last year, and this is how we start. 27. Yeah, 28. Man's young. J.K. Dobbins. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of prices to like here. I think Pat Fryermuth is a good price. I think Michael Mayer's a really good price. Will Levis seems awesome. Starting quarterback. Hopefully he develops, gets better weapons. Yeah, Alex talked about that a little bit. You can rewind. But to sum it up, I don't know anything more than you do at the moment. I hope to know more soon. And if I do, I will share what I can share if um if it's positive. If I'm not allowed to draft, I'll probably consider moving. Awesome name or just awesome? I think there's a great price for Traylon Burks. Yeah, I mean Curtis Samuel going to the Chiefs is like he's automatically like their second best wideout. Technical difficulties are part of why we come here. I know, man. The flute, bro. Honestly, the ears being off makes it better. Like I might even throw the ears away. Who needs the ears? The my clay professor in college is like an impressive dude. Like he makes these like pots he sells for like $100,000 to like really rich people, and he helped me form the sound a little bit. And I was like, damn, like this sounds like really good, you know? I was expecting it just to be like a and not that like that chill, deep vibe, you know? All right. We're gonna be taking running backs for sure. Let's see. Chaos autoed him. I mean, I think these top four running backs are like all pretty good. Let's take Miles Sanders. Like arguably a disrespectful price. Maybe he was hurt a little bit last year. Yes, I made it, dude. It's not money laundering, dude. He's an artist. But you think I bought this? You think I bought this? You think I looked at this in a store, I went to my local Walmart and I was like, "You know what? Give me that." I don't even know what this means, but everyone should think they're allergic to hippos because the hippo is extremely dangerous. Jalen Wright is a fun rookie. Fun doesn't get it done. Like, is he playing in the NFL? Um, I'm gonna go with Rico Dowdle this time. Just having the Cowboys stack. He's drawing live to be the Cowboys' number one running back, right? Like Pollard's not under contract, I don't think. He's a legit artist, dude. Yeah, Devin. There's a lot of this happening right now where people are just throwing shit at the wall. I think Gibson is also a pretty good pick. Like exciting player. Okay, so we got 2 rounds to play with, or three rounds to play with here. Yeah, I mean, for those who've not seen a good look of the flute, it was supposed to be a wolf, but it turned out to look more like a pig. So if you can look closely, I inscribed the words wolf on it to try to get that home. Love me. Look at this thing. Do you love me? So imagine this is your pet. I don't know why I did the green X. Don't know. Jalen Wright, second or third round. I don't think he came up in that top 100. Ayahuasca retreat, dude. I don't know if everyone knows about the Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca retreat, but um, Jordan Poyer, Bill safety, was like big on the ayahuasca. Oh no, I thought Rico was like a second year player. Well, he's gonna resign on the cheap. Yeah, it's not good. All right, dude. Right, he's gone, man. He's gone. Surfer Kev, the lone non-badge, got him. Honestly, Surfer Kev, pretty sick name. Is Biff Tannen like the name of the guy in Back to the Future? If you guys didn't see on Twitter, Davis cracked me up because he tweeted at a player and he and he asked, "Are you going to be playing safety or running back in the NFL?" Which is just journalist of the year right there. Like, how many people do you know doing that kind of work? Overall, of the market, it feels very deep at many positions, in my opinion, which I've not felt that way previously. But like even wideout, like there's a lot of wideouts to like here, in my opinion, right? Like Tyler Boyd in the 17th round. But that's been the case every year, and people have just been, like Darius Slayton is like a walking whatever, smash every year. Okay. Oh my God. Rashad Bateman, how the mighty have fallen, dude. OGs remember it started with my Gabe Davis over Rashad Bateman take years ago, BBM2 days. What's funny is the year I won BBM2, I had the thought to like maybe I should stream all my drafts, try to become a draft streamer. And I was like, nah. Um, God, what if they signed Bryce Young? Well, let's take JJ McCarthy. Might go in the first round. A third quarterback seems fine. Like Dak Scott, Dak can spike, but hopefully JJ can spike too. Is Evan Hull worth the shot again? Yeah, I do. I think Evan Hull would just like people were like Chase Brown was like out of mind, out of memory. That is legit the same as Evan Hull, in my opinion, where if Evan Hull was not on IR and out for the whole year, he could have done similar things. Athletic freak. There's a lot of running backs like that where it's like worth rolling the dice on. Not the old ones, like not Dalvin Cook and crew, but oh my God, Alexander Madison, how the mighty have fallen. All right. Let's take Evan Hull if he's there. Fuck it. You ask in the chat, there's like a 60% chance I'll take that guy. Rashad Penny. We might have to do it for old time's sakes. Moss signs elsewhere. I think Moss will sign elsewhere, is my guess. But I don't know, right? Like, I'm not going to pretend that I know the inner workings of what every team's going to do. That'd be an absurd thing to say. CPAT, no, man. Like, my style is not to take the old dudes. Only up, Tyler. Only up. Achane takes. I think Achane is a great pick. But again, I think so. Like, for example, James Cook and Ken Walker is drawing very live to outscore Achane on the year. But total points is not what we care about. It's kind of like spike week potential. And yeah, like I'm very into Achane. I would have ranked him around here. He did not open there, but it seems like he's being moved there. Rashad Dollar around here, Tyler. Darius Slayton, I think that's a great pick. Like so many picks like that. So many picks like Darius Slayton, Chase Brown, Evan Hull, like first 7 months or first 7 weeks of the season, you're like, what was I doing? And then you let a little bit of a sample play out and you're like, okay, yeah, like the thesis was correct. Like why I was so into Darius Slayton last year at 20% is because um, I just thought he was going to be the number one wideout of the Giants, and that turned out to be true. Will Shipley? Come on, dude. You're not in the NFL. Tank Bigsby. Got us. He got us last year. All right. So this pick could be a running back. It could be a wideout. It could be a tight end. I'll probably take a wideout, though. I mean, is OBJ playing football next year? Poor MVS, dude. Eric Gray? Yeah, Eric Gray, man. But a guy like Eric Gray, even if, like, the thesis of the pick was Saquon got hurt, which didn't really happen, Or it did happen, but it was Matt Breida, so that happened to him. Tanner Hudson, that's a great pick in my opinion. Dude, my one gripe with Underdog is that they do not force auto draft people. Like, why make us wait these 30 seconds? Why do that? Especially for something like the big board where it's like mostly virgins like myself drafting. God damn it, I was going to take Noah Brown. I mean, Rondale Moore is playing football next year. John Mechie could be better. We're going to take Charlie Jones, though. Like, Tyler Boyd's almost certainly out of there. Xavier Gibson could be a starting wideout for the Jets. We got Charlie Jones. Feels good. I like this team. We got a lot of division opponents of the Cowboys, or not division opponents, just opponents next year. We'll start naming these bad boys. We'll name this 221 YouTube membership released. It's just a fun little thing for myself. So we got Dak, Drake, and JJ McCarthy draft, which, I mean, JJ McCarthy, I've seen some first round buzz for, but I don't know. Maybe he goes in the third round or whatever. James Cook, Ken Walker, Jalen Warren, Keaton Mitchell, Miles Sanders, Rico Dowdle, Evan Hull. Top three, feel great about. I feel great about Keaton Mitchell if he's playing. The question is how long his timeline is. Miles Sanders, roll of the dice. Rico Dowdle is a free agent, I guess, so we got to find out what happens there. Evan Hull, just an athletic freak, betting on talent there. Lamb, Ayuk, Olave, Keon Coleman, Shaheed Douglas, Samuel, Charlie Jones. Really like my wideout room. I don't think I needed to tack on Charlie Jones, but I mean, dude could just be the starting slot for the Bengals, which I'm into. And then Kittle and Njoku, a good combo of ceiling with some decent floor from Njoku, in my opinion. Yeah, so I like this team. So, I might do a stream tomorrow. I don't think so. I got one more chess tournament this weekend that I'm traveling for. U.S. Amateur Team South. Chess tournament went okay up north. I was pretty sick one of the days, which was a bummer, but is what it is. I'll be back next week at the latest. And if you are not already, please subscribe. We're on the road to 5K. We'll be doing weekly streams for sure. Gonna buckle down and start writing some articles for my site, and going to find out how to make a members only Discord channel in my Discord. Right now, it will just be me and Bindles having some chats. So Bindles, once that's out, I'll see you there. For everybody else, You have a great day. Goodbye.